Okay, so this video is a tutorial on how to do the first Asana task. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to a video again. It's only 5 minutes long, and then we're going to do what she basically showed us to do. Okay, now the first thing that you're going to do is download Asana. So if you Google Asana, okay, let's see. This is interesting. Okay, so this one, here it is. So be careful because there is others. I don't know why. So the one that you want to do is this one. Try Asana Premium. Don't worry about it because it's free. So let's click on that and see what it says. It's free for 30 days. Okay? And you're going to need the premium because all the things that you need to do require the premium. It doesn't ask you for a credit card, so don't worry about it. Now, one thing I made a little mistake. I put my personal email. If you have a Miami-Dade student ID, use that one. Because if you want to extend it, I think it allows you to extend it for free if you're a student. When I tried, it was already too late. So first thing is download it. Okay, so where it says get started, you click here, and then it will tell you, okay, so here's where you put your name, and then basically it tells you to download it. So once you download it, the desktop app basically is going to look like this. Okay, so as you can see, I already have some projects, and so let's watch the video and do the first exercise that they have. So I'm going to close this one. This is again to download.
Hi there, my name's Carla and I'm on the customer education team at Asana. In this course, I'm excited to show you some ways you can streamline your team's work and maximize your productivity using Asana for work management. Workers across industries lose countless hours to work about work. The time wasted on searching for information, switching between apps, and holding status meetings. I'll show you an example of each step so you know exactly how it's done. And in the activity that follows, we'll provide you with a detailed overview and instructions for each step so you can try it out in Asana yourself. Ready? Let's get started. First things first, I'll log into my Asana account. Next, I'll create a project for my product backlog.
Okay, so first thing, she's going to create a project from the product backlog. So here, she has three choices: blank project, use a template, import spreadsheet. She's going to use a template. She goes very quickly.
Using the sprint planning template in Asana. Asana has lots of helpful templates for all kinds of projects, so you can explore some other options on your own. Next, I'll fill in the project details.
Okay, Jesus Christ, she goes so fast. All right, so basically, let's do what she did. So here, so again, create a project. I'm going to call it Virtual Burger 2. Use a template. And in the template, you're going to use this one, sprint planning. If it's not one of the first ones, you can find it here. So you can just look for it. But it's usually one of the first ones. Okay, so we want the template for sprint planning. Okay, if it doesn't do anything when you click here, you need to click over here where it says use template. Okay, so let's call it, I'm going to call it Virtual Burger 2, just so that I can differentiate from the first one that I did. Okay, so now we have, should have called it Backlog. Maybe I can just edit it here. Well, I'm sure it lets me edit it, but I'm not gonna waste time with that now. Let me see over here. Edit. You see, I knew that it wasn't. So this is a product verted to backlog. Enter or close it here. Okay. So you can see we already have some examples of activities. Okay, but let's wait to see what she says in the video, and then we'll do a couple of those.
In this case, I'm going to update the name to Virtual Verde and create the project. I don't need to update anything else for this activity, but if you'd like to, you can select options for your team. Once you've created the project, you'll be directed to the board view, where you can start adding.
So she just closed this thing. It's not a big deal. I'll show you later how to close it.
Project details. Board view can help you track your team's sprint plans, similar to using a Kanban board. Most teams make projects at the...
So similar to a Kanban board, because you see how it basically has like the working process and then here done. So here you have the activities and so on. So that's what she means.
Beginning of each sprint, and then track their work through each stage to make sure they know where their sprint work stands. In this template, those stages are represented by sections, which appear as column headers in the board view. You'll notice that many of the Asana templates, like this sprint planning one, have tasks already added. For the purposes of this demo, I'll remove...
So she just removed this one. We can remove that later.
These, but you can review on your own if you want to learn more about how to use this template. Now that I've created my product backlog project, I'm going to enter user story title by adding tasks to the backlog column for the Virtual Verde project. My first user story title is low maintenance options.
Okay, so let's do that one. So we go back to Asana, right? This is the example. Let's leave it there for now. So you're going to add a task, and she called it low maintenance options. For now, I'm not going to click enter or anything because I don't remember if she wants to do anything. So again, you can add a task by put it in here, and we are in the backlog column. Okay.
Then plant care tools, and I'll do one more, expert help and advice.
Okay, so plant care tools, and what was it? Plant care advice? Plant care tools, expert help and advice. Okay. Okay.
Great, all set. Here's my completed list of user story titles. Next, I'm going to add the user stories. To do that, I'll need to open the task details pane and update the task description with the story.
So she's going to put the story. Remember, the story is the task from a consumer standpoint. So who is the user, what's the action, and what is the value or the purpose of it.
Remember creating user stories in the last activity? I'll add in one of those as an example here under description. I'll choose this user story. As a potential customer, I want to find out which plants are easiest to care for so that I can purchase low maintenance options.
Okay. Let me see if I can do something. Oh, there we go. All right, so the first one, again, you go to the description. Where is this? Dependencies. Oh, here it is. let's say potential customer. I want to find out which plans are easiest to care for so that I can purchase low maintenance option. I guess that's what she says. Let's put this over here.
Next, I need to
So low maintenance options. Okay.
add acceptance criteria for the user story. Since you entered your user story titles as tasks, you'll add your acceptance criteria as subtasks. For the first acceptance criteria, I'll add ability to sort plants by beginner, intermediate, and advanced. For the next criteria, ability to search for plants with similar care needs. When I'm done adding subtasks, I'll close the detail pane so I can act.
So she already went a little too fast. Okay.
Similar care needs.
Okay. So add a subtask. So this is the criteria. The first one is ability to sort plans by beginner. Yeah, I see. I knew that typing class from high school. I never remember where the quotes are. Intermediate was useful for something, and advanced. So that's the criteria number one. Good thing is that it tells you when. Oh, look, it even. All right, so that's the first one. Second one. With similar what care needs. Okay. Wow, my typing is really bad. I I used to type 70 words a minute. Search for plants with similar care needs. All right, I think those were the only ones.
When I'm done adding subtasks, I'll close the detail pane.
So you see, oh here, close. All right. So now we have, you see here, well, this one is the, let's remove it because it really is a little bit annoying. So here you can see low maintenance option. Here you can open it.
So I can access all the tasks in the backlog. As a quick tip, I can expand the list of subtasks and view my acceptance criteria without opening the detail pane. And last but not least for this activity, I'm going to add a custom field for the epic title. Custom fields let you add additional details to the tasks in a project. You can think of them like tags or columns in a spreadsheet.
So here, I have to move this thing. We're gonna, oh here, yeah, I can see it here. Customize. Okay, so we're gonna add a field. You see how it says add a field? Okay, so what is
For this activity, I'll choose a drop-down field and use epic as the field title, and add plant care initiatives as the first option.
Okay. So epic, and so you see this is where it's different. Instead of drop down, you're gonna put multi-select. An option one, plant care initiatives. It's different because this is probably a little old. Okay. I think we're done. Okay, so but now we have that field. Okay, so you'll see now how we add it to the.
I only need one option for this activity, so I'll delete option 2. And finish creating the field. Since all of these stories,
You see basically what she did is she selected by dragging from the bottom up. So it should go like this. See how now everything is selected, and this thing comes up, and then it gives you several options, and one of them is add fields, and epic is this one. Okay, so let's see, that's basically what she did.
are part of the same epic, I can update the epic for all the user stories at once. Now that I've added all these project details, I can check the completed task card, which shows me the user story, acceptance criteria.
Okay, there we go. So, but the last thing she said is that now when you click it, it has the epic, it has the task or the story, and then it has the acceptance criteria, which is here. Okay, and by the way, it says who created it, so this is important too. Okay, so this is basically the first one. I'm going to do a video for each one. That way you have it handy.